Hello, welcome to another week of Life Lessons with April. So, this week is going to be one of my passion topics, which is turning your pain into power. Now, what does that mean? I can only describe what that means by my own life example, which is turning my grief and the pain that I went through from the loss of my mum at a very young age to life lessons and using that pain to change my life and using that pain to stand in my power and to be true to who I truly am, what I've been put on this life and what I've been put on this planet to do. And so I want to tell you a little story to kind of illustrate and so you can fully grasp the concept of turning your pain into power. And also, before I tell you the story as well, I want to share a quote from Oprah, which really resonates with this whole concept of turning your pain into power, to turn your wounds into wisdom, right? So anything that you've been through, any difficulties, any hardship, any heartbreak, any pain that you've been through is for a reason. And turn that pain and that wound into wisdom, into something that is going to be valuable either for you or others in your life. And so I want to share my experiences with you and open up in terms of how that concept, although I've only discovered that this year, I've been applying that concept in my life ever since the day that I basically woke up from the illusion that life is forever, that and the illusion of just me wasting my life and wasting my potential. And it's kind of crazy to say that because looking from the outside inwards, you would think you were definitely not wasting your potential, April. You were really successful in your career. But yes, I was successful in one area of my life to the detriment of every other area of my health, of my relationships, of my lifestyle, of my spirituality, and everything else that mattered to me. I was successful to the detriment of all those things. And that was only, something that I came to realization when I went through this whole process of inner self-reflection and things like that. But anyway, going back to going from grief to changing my life, going from pain to power. So I have to take you back to when I lost my mom. Now, just to give you a background, me and my mom were super close. She was everything to me. She was my rock. I used to actually say to my sister, like, I don't know what I would do if mum passed away before me. I hope I die before her. And she'd say, shut up, that's stupid, don't say that. But I really felt that way. I didn't know what I would do if I ever lost my mum. And so when I did lose her, it was the most painful thing I've ever been through. And naturally, I'm a happy person, I'm a vibrant person, but during that time, I just couldn't get myself out of this hole, this emotional hole of grief and pain and sorrow that I found myself stuck in. Although I wanted to be happy, I just couldn't fully be there again, and I felt broken. I felt like something was wrong with me. When I went to my grief counselor, I said, fix me. I don't know what's wrong with me, fix me. And it came a lot to do with the fact that I felt that my mom had so much to give the world. She was so lovable. Anyone who came in contact with her like instantly fell in love with her, like we all did. And she was just so funny and witty, and she was just an incredible larger than life woman in my eyes. And she was my idol. She was everything I would hope to be one day in terms of how giving she is, how great she is with people and everything like that. So I thought, why does she not deserve to live, but I do? What am I giving to this world? All I'm doing is making money and doing a job. But at the time, that was to the detriment of my relationships, remember? So I did not live a holistic approach with life. And so I was not contributing to the level she was, enriching people's lives and having the impact in people's lives like she was. So I thought to myself, I don't have any of these talents or skills. Why do I get to live when my mum doesn't? When I'm not contributing much to this world, and she was. but she doesn't get to live, but I do. That's so unfair. That's not right. And so I went through this really dark period in my life where I felt, you know what, like, I don't deserve to live. If somebody like her doesn't get this chance, then I don't deserve to live. And you know, it was one of those points in my life. I got to a point where I'm not the type of person to, you know, substance abuse or have any type of addictions or anything like that, but that was one point where I kind of was like, there's so much pain, I don't know how to handle it, I don't know how to process it, I'd rather just, you know, turn to drugs or alcohol. And that was the one time in my life where I really seriously considered doing that. And that's when I knew I'm at a crossroad. I have two choices now. I can either spiral and use this and wallow in my, you know, self-pity and sorrow and go down a negative spiral, or I can see this as an opportunity, as a learning, as a lesson, and as an opportunity to make my mom proud, an opportunity to be the person who does deserve to live, to be the person that my mom will be proud of. And so that she knows when she's watching down from heaven that, hey, I did my job well. I got my message through. My death wasn't in vain. April saw the lessons from my life and she took it and she ran with it, and she changed her life and the trajectory of everybody's life that came into contact with her. And so from that day on, I realized, you know what? I'm going to turn my pain into something useful in this world. I'm going to turn my pain into impact, into inspiration or motivation for somebody out there that's going through something similar to me, or somebody that can just resonate with what I'm feeling and what I've been through. And ever since that day, I've started slowly but surely working my way towards building up the courage to sit in front of people and tell them and share this story, because I think it's really powerful, because we all have a story to tell. We all have been through some challenges and some pain and some grief in our life that can benefit others that are currently going through it right now. All right? So that's why I'm here today. That's why I'm here to share this message of making sure you turn your pain into power. You have two choices in your life whenever something difficult happens that you do not know how to deal with in the moment. One is the easy route, which is just to feel bad about it and just say and complain about it and just dwell on it and just not move past it, either staying stuck or, you know, going on a downward spiral. That's one choice. The other choice is to say, what can I learn from this? What can I gain from this? How can I grow from this? What is this trying to teach me? Those were the questions I constantly kept asking myself when I was going through the pain and grief. And you know what? There were so many lessons I learned from that pain. And, you know, Life Lessons with April, this series, is basically born out of all the lessons I learned from going through the pain of grief. And I know that you watching out there, you probably have a similar story or something bigger or something smaller, whatever size it is. It's impactful, it's valuable, it's important. You need to either, you know, you don't have to do it on a scale like me. You don't have to sit down in front of a camera and share this with whoever's willing to watch and listen. You can start with a friend, with a family member, with whoever it is in your life that may need to hear it. Open up, share it. You will not believe how many people will resonate with your story and have gone through something similar. In the process of sharing your story and in the process of sharing what you're going through and what you've learned, you will actually get to heal from that. But not only that, you will help others heal in the process of you healing. How about that? 2 for 1 special, right? You get to heal yourself and you get to heal other people. That is what I call a win-win situation. So turn your wounds into wisdom and impact your loved ones' lives and just even strangers, you know, change the trajectory of every single person's life that comes into contact with you, because you can, and because that's the choice that I've chosen, and that's the choice that I will continue to choose. And I hope you join me in choosing to turn your wounds into wisdom, turn your pain into power, and continue to just use your voice. The gift that you've been given is the fact that you have a voice. We all have a voice, we all have a message to share, and I can't wait to hear what your story is. Please do reach out and either share in the comments or message me directly. I love hearing from you guys. I hope you have an incredibly blessed week, and I will see you here again next week, guys. Mwah. So much love.